Hi, heathens. Third time's the charm, right? Okay? Because let's just make sure we're even still recording. Okay, we are. This is going to be my third time trying to do this introduction. Hi, heathens. Today's video, I'm gonna just ask what y'all do. Because, as I said, stuff's been a little stressy recently. I'm going to be using the Gourmand Girls Ladybug Glow El Camino palette. Because it has some shades I've been wanting to play around with. I am really sad that there's not a, specifically blue shimmer. This one's like a purpley pink, and then you've got like a gold brown. And this one's like a green, gray, red. But I wish they had like a blue one. Anyway, there's been a lot going on. Oh! Hi, heathens. We're going to try this again. I've already done the intro to this video, which is why I don't have my glasses on and everything tumbled. I'm going to be using the Gourmand... I just scratched the snot out of that shade. Okay. The Gourmand Girls and Ladybug Glow El Camino palette. Showing you the palette that I'm going to be using. Last time, I almost dropped it when the camera fell and scratched the crap out of the shade. I'm going to ask y'all's opinions on things, because this whole video was already supposed to be about anxiety and things not going as planned and just trying to, hold it together. And of course, my camera decides, well, my whole setup, really, because it also was my O-ring, just decides we're gonna jump ship. So again, this is my third attempt at this intro. I'm just gonna talk. We're gonna get ready together. I will try to remember to show you what I'm using, but I'm not going to put a whole lot of focus on what I'm using. It's more or less the conversation and then what the end result winds up being. But what I was originally going to be talking about anyway is, as I've said, there's a lot going on, and one of the things in particular I can't go too into detail with, and that's still the case for that one. But I also am looking to potentially buy a home, need a new vehicle, and am just overall kind of frazzled. I have 95 different tabs open at all times. I'm just kind of mentally all over the place. And I guess that's just kind of where I want to start here, is when y'all get like that, what do you do? I know that sounds silly. Sure, your answer might be meditate, but I mean, really, to just kind of buckle back in, because I take medication that, of course does help, but it doesn't stop it. And especially when it's a bunch of things at once and starts to build up, the medicine can only do so much for me there. And, maybe I need to try something different. Maybe I need to up my dosage. That could be the case. But maybe it's just that, when you got so much going on all at once, maybe the limits of my medication are about exceeded. But, again, I'm here. I'm trying. I can't do anything else, So, just roll with the flow, because that's all I can do. But I would love y'all's kind of opinions and advice, when you're having a really, really stressful moment, especially if you are also medicated and you're still, stressing out. I don't have one-off medications, where I can take, if I'm in the moment stressing. It's just daily doses. But, yeah, because I've been trying to find a few other things that I can do, especially if I'm still at work when it happens. to just kind of chill out for a minute, because I will tell you, I can only go in hardcore circles round and round in my chair again so many times before I'm just completely loopy. And I don't know that that would help anyone with anything, let alone me with any of the things going on. So, probably not the best idea. Alright, now I'm going to go in with Hedonism, which is that, like, pink, purple type glitter. Cream. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I didn't show you a close-up of that before the blue's about to get, like, mostly gone. Yeah, I'm just trying to find some inspiration, like I said, especially if I'm at work, that doesn't, like, take me away from my desk and or working for too long. Because, like, obviously I can't just, you know, go clock out. But, you know, getting up, doing a couple squats, maybe some different breathing techniques that I'm not aware of. You know, just something like that. Whatever you do, let me know. And maybe you'll inspire me. Michael and I started watching Prison Break. I just tried to say 2 other show names before I got to the right one. So, sorry if you saw those wheels turning for a second, but that name was not what was coming to me instantly. I had a, like, powder foundation that I had up here. I thought it was on my desk, but I guess it's not, because I sure as darn do not see it right now. So, I guess I'm just going to use a different foundation. And I do want to go in with concealer, so I'm actually going to do that first. Because I feel like I have pretty intense eye bags lately. I haven't been sleeping too well, which, you know, I'm sure has to do with the whole stress situation anyway. Because I'm already a poor sleeper, so, you know, being stressed on top of that I'm sure doesn't help at all. But, yeah, so we started watching Prison Break. And I had caught a few episodes back when it was on TV, but was never, like, fully invested. And, we're on, like, episode 13, I think, of the first season. And, definitely invested. Been binging it the last 2 nights. And, yeah, if y'all have seen that, like, how did you like it? Don't give me any spoilers. I will be very, very upset. But, like, is it one of those shows that y'all thought stayed pretty consistently good, or does it teeter off as you get further into seasons? We, like I said, are at 13-ish. So we're at the part where, if you haven't seen it, you might want to skip around. But we're at the part where they just picked Lincoln up from getting in the accident with the semi-truck and meeting up with his dad. They've just brought him back to the prison and have issued him under a 24-hour hold because he won't tell Warden Pope what, or who his accomplice was. And, that was literally, like, the end of the, either the end of the last episode we watched or the very beginning of this episode that we started and then stopped. I don't remember if it was how the last one ended or how this one, like, begins, like, right after you do the skip credits or whatever. Skip intro, skip credits, whichever one comes first. So we, like, paused there. I'm gonna try to use a dry sponge for this one real quick, see how that goes. Because this foundation's pretty thick. But yeah, so he is at the point where, like I said, they just found Lincoln, brought him back. His dad's on the run or whatever, The other company guy is also, I guess, technically on the run. He was the one following Lincoln. Lincoln did not get to see LJ. Michael had his wife meet up with, what's her name? Rose? Am I making that up? What's the nurse's name? Doctor's name? Sarah. Where was I getting Rose? Had his wife meet up with Sarah and be concerned for Michael, all as a ruse to steal her keys. She just got the doorknob changed as Michael was leaving and kind of like insinuates to him that she knows what was up. Obviously, she doesn't know why, and that's kind of like creepy after the whole kiss scene to know that he had his wife steal the keys to your office because, like, okay, what the hell is that? But, what was I gonna say? She just locked it, or got the knob changed. Oh, Bickle found the hole thanks to Tweener, and we're about to find out what comes of that. And what's his face? Oh my god, how did I forget his name? The man, the old creepy guy. Not DB Cooper. The one, whatever. The one that looks like he should be played by Walter Goggins as well. Like, he would nail that character. That was what I told Michael as soon as I saw him. I was like, this feels like and looks like a Walter Goggins character. That's not the palette I wanted. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I was about to say, I literally saw it a second ago when I put this down, but it's because it was at the very bottom. Alright. Let me find a blush brush. I'm going to go in with Warm Glare out of this Jelly Pong Pong Cosmetics palette. It's this orangey shimmer right here in the corner. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't realize it stopped recording after I showed you the palette. So this is what the cheeks look like. And I had started putting on mascara when I realized that it had stopped filming. Don't remember what I was saying. Oh, do you think that Westmoreland is DB Cooper? That's what I was saying. Because I feel like it really could go either way. And, you know, who's to say that 100 billet and fake? And I know he keeps his nose clean, but, like, how would you hold on to that long while you're in prison? You know what I mean? I don't know. Lots of what ifs. And how comes and why not. But that was one of the popular theories always, was that DB Cooper wound up in jail right after everything, and that was why nothing was ever confirmed or found or anything like that, but that the treasure is still out there. What do y'all think of that story just in general? Taking Prison Break out of it, I almost said Breaking Bad again. Yeah, taking the, oh, that needs to be sharpened. Taking the show out of it, what do you think of the DB Cooper myth? Like, do you believe that DB Cooper actually had any money or anything at all? I've seen some people say that it was fake and it was just to help, you know, get him to where he was trying to go. But because again, where do you go? How do you know that you're going to wind up where you think you're going to wind up when you're in that situation? I just feel like I believe it was a real story. I just believe there are way too many variables for it to have supposedly been the way it was and how it was. I'm so disappointed that this one doesn't have a smell of any kind. I feel like it should be creamy. Speaking of, I might put some creamer in my Dr. Pepper tonight. Have y'all ever done that? It's so good. I've got some French vanilla creamer. So good. Alright, let me do a set. We will check in. And then we'll be wrapping it up. So, we're going to get our little hair pieces. This one was a little thicker than I intended. That one's a little thinner, so it evens out. Whatever. I'm going to do a far view. And then let me know y'all's thoughts down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content. Let me know your tips and thoughts on the show below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.